I think my roommate was drunk, meaning that she was drunk. You know, it was clear that she was drunk. The incident is just sad, but I really think athletes, you know, growing up, if you're a star athlete, you're not used to getting the word no. And I think that plays a big part of what's going on with athletes.
They build that mentality that whatever I do, it's okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, it's prevalent in every sport.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're groomed from childhood that if you have the ability to be able to dunk a basketball, throw a football far, or run fast, you're always going to be looked at as probably a better person or a better student, and especially in the academic, especially in college, when all you are is a commodity to them anyway. As a college athlete, you're a commodity to them. You bring them money. They don't pay you, but you bring them money in. And he's been pretty much given a free ride throughout his whole life. I mean, he's a privileged child. He's always had run-ins, and each run-in has been pretty much brushed aside like, it's okay, it was just this one incident.
He went to private school, they said, and each per year his parents were paying $29,000. I mean, I'm sorry, $29,000, you know, for high school to me is kind of ridiculous.
Especially when public school is free.
Exactly. Then he got to brush in with the law. You know, he was drunk. He was drunk in public. He cursed out a cop. Now, if it was a black athlete cursing out a cop, he'd probably be locked up. You know, and it'd probably be a bigger story.
Nah, they would just beat him up.
Nah, it would have been a bigger story.
Joey Porter got beat up by the cops.
It would have been like, okay, now he either banned from the school or some sort.
A lacrosse player?
A black athlete. A black athlete in a Caucasian school, things like that happen.
Caucasians, that's how.
I mean, that's what happens. So you got to understand and realize that. I mean, he had minor things to the law, but no one looked at that he was going to kill the young lady. You know, I mean, it's a tragedy, but I mean, what do you learn from that?
Well, I mean, it was a jealous rage. I think it has less to do with him being an athlete, but you know. It is what it is. I mean, I don't want to overshadow the tragedy by talking about race, but I mean, it does factor in.
At the same time, I mean, it's no really a lot you can pull in for as race, but at the same time, lacrosse players do have a history of having aggressive mentalities. Look at the incident in Duke. Even though the girl, the story was kind of made up on her end, I mean, they had an aggressive way of using her that night. Of her in the house. And he also has ties to a couple of Duke players. They went to the same high school.
Correct. Oh, wow. That's a good point.
So, I mean, I think it's some sports, maybe. Other sports, I mean, we know the history behind football with athletes.
On another note, I don't know if any of y'all actually party with lacrosse or soccer kids. They do party hard. I mean, they naturally do party hard. I mean, they drink a lot, you know. So, it's not, you know, shocking that he was drunk.
Have we found out if he was actually drunk at the time?
I believe they said he was drunk.
I believe I believe he has a drinking problem also.
I don't know if that's a fact. I don't know if that's a fact. But anyway, rest in peace to that young lady, and may our prayers be with her family. But we got to take a quick commercial break. Shout out to Will T. Shorter. We hope you feel better, man. He usually sits in with us. Next, we're going to discuss another topic that involves the death in sports here locally.
For the next few weeks, I'm responding to questions and comments that we've received from you, our listeners. Hi, I'm Dr. Griffin Rogers, bringing you healthy moments from the NIH. I'm the director of the National Institute of Diabetes, Digestive, and Kidney Diseases. A listener said, I'd like to know more about eating healthier when you have diabetes. Taking good care of yourself can help you feel better, and here are some healthy eating tips. Don't skip meals. For breakfast, try 2 slices of whole grain toast with a tablespoon of peanut butter, or a hard-boiled egg, or an ounce of low-fat cheese. Pack your lunch. Make a sandwich with turkey or lean beef. Use mustard or low-fat mayonnaise. Add fruits instead of chips. And choose a healthy mix of foods each day. And for more tips, visit our website, yourdiabetesinfo.org or mymagicdc.com. This is Dr. Griffin Rogers. Join me next week for more healthy moments.
Put me on anything, still I bet I put me anywhere on the map, I bet I put.
All right, welcome back to Urban Sports Scene. And a few years ago, I don't know exactly when it was, y'all can refresh my memory, but Sean Taylor of the Washington Redskins was killed. What year was that?
08.
Anyway, the reason why we're discussing that is because LeVar Arrington, who was a former linebacker for the Redskins, he had a passionate speech at Sean Taylor's funeral. And recently, Clinton Portis was asked about how he felt in regards to LeVar Arrington and his relationship with Sean Taylor. Here's what he had to say.
I lost a lot of respect for LeVar at that moment, at speaking at Sean's funeral, to get up, I really thought that was, I don't know what you call that, but LeVar ain't no Sean like that, and I think for the people who did, seeing how LeVar going to portray, I remember me and Sean was going to jump LeVar, from throwing powder in Sean's face his rookie year, and trying to haze Sean and be the tough guy. And, he felt like it was a joke, but we ain't like that. And, for all the attention LeVar claimed, and him and Sean was cool, they wasn't cool. Sean ain't with LeVar. And, I really think sometimes people should stop. I don't think you should do that. I think if you cool with somebody, if you know somebody, you know them, but don't go in and portray and set out an image like this your buddy, this your pal, like y'all hung and y'all really didn't. I don't know. I don't think that's fair, man.
All right, now that was pretty strong words from Clinton Portis, man. I mean, talking about they were going to jump him. And LeVar had a soft response. We'll get to that, but what do y'all think about what Clinton Portis had to say?
Well, I get what Clinton Portis is trying to say because, he knew Sean Taylor and they were tight, but the way he went about saying it, it just wasn't right. I mean, you don't know how the next man feels. So for you to go out there, for Clinton Portis to go out there and basically state that, LeVar was being phony and this, that, and the other, well, he doesn't know how LeVar felt about Sean. LeVar, just like how I'm a big Redskin fan, I don't know Sean Taylor, but it hurt me to see him die. So, obviously, in terms of, for LeVar, he might feel even stronger because he played with the individual.
I think if I had to choose a side between LeVar and Clinton, I think I would more go with Clinton Portis because the Miami connection. Everyone knows that connection between those athletes are very tight. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, LeVar really didn't play with Sean Taylor that long. And I also think, Clinton Portis has no reason to come out and really say it. Obviously this is something that's been pent up in him since the incident happened.
Well, what I'm talking about, it's not more of, obviously Sean Taylor might have been beefing with LeVar. He might have personally, but LeVar might have not even known about the beef. LeVar, that's just how LeVar took it. LeVar probably took it. It's possible for another individual to take it like, okay, he's hurt for this dude to die. You know what I mean? He just could be just that kind of a compassionate individual. Clinton Portis doesn't know what's on LeVar's mind.
I think there's no side to be taken. I think it was a stupid comment by Clinton Portis. I think it was a stupid comment by LeVar. And then it went back to Clinton Portis. Then LeVar finally was man enough to say, let's dead it. There's no reason for a conversation like that to even occur. Sean Taylor passed away. Why are you talking about, we wanted to jump somewhere? We're not high school anymore. It was stupid. LeVar didn't need to hear that. Honestly, the public didn't need to hear that. What is that? What do you gain from that? You gain nothing. You gain absolutely nothing. But I look at Portis and see like he's a kid. Portis is a true kid. You say that at the hood. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be an adult now. You're supposed to be a role model. One of your best friends passed away, and you're beefing with another man saying we were going to jump him.
Well, I think it's tough when a former teammate has a radio show or is in the media period. We saw with Tiki Barber when he made comments about Eli, how that sparked off. It's going to be tough. People are going to have to make comments. Michael Strahan made some strong comments about Plaxico. So these kind of spats happen. I do think that Clinton took it too far, but like you said, LeVar was man enough to apologize. And LeVar pointed out that not only did he apologize, he said that my kids still play with, I think it's one kid, plays with Sean Taylor's kid and their wife and his fiance. They're still good friends. So maybe, Clinton Portis didn't know exactly how close Sean Taylor and LeVar Arrington actually were. But anyway, from one, former Redskin to a current Redskin, we got Albert Haynesworth, who's not in minicamp right now, and it's making a lot of news around here, even nationally. We saw on ESPN.com where Philip Daniels made a bunch of comments and also Mike Williams. But go ahead, what y'all got to say? We got two Redskin fans here. We let y'all chime in first.
Big Al, it's probably, I'm a fan of Albert, But I think he's